Hello, hello, hello. Listen, it is February 2024, and anytime you listen to this, it's still going to be good. But I want to just jump in really quick on Money Talks with Ayanna Smith and just ask you, have you recalibrated and started really thinking about, wow, the first month is over of the new year? What am I doing? What am I going to do to make this thing right with my money and my mindset? And I have a few things that will help us, I believe, just to get us to thinking about some things that we can do and some things that we are probably already doing. But let's just recalibrate a little bit, and we'll be right back in just a few seconds. Make sure that you grab a pen, get a pencil, tell a friend, like, comment, and share because we are going to have a ball in just a few moments. Welcome back to Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, and I am your host tonight. Oh my goodness, I am your host tonight. Every night, every time we come on tonight, today, during the morning, whenever we speak. I am your host, Ayanna Smith, and I help people make and save money. But I really like to drill down and help that entrepreneur and that businesswoman, sometimes that dualpreneur, because we have multiple streams, many streams, not multiple jobs, but just different ways that we are creating wealth and building wealth. And it is just imperative that we make sure we are doing all of the things, everybody say all of the things that we are supposed to be doing to make sure that our money and mindset are matching. And, it's always a constant recalibration with myself to even look at that. And so I just want to run over a few things, saw a quick post and some article things that just wanted to share, and it caught some attention. I had posted it on social media, but people really were paying attention, and it caught my attention, and that was why I shared it. And then in turn it caught the attention of my viewers and audience, and I said, wow, this is worth sharing out to the listeners and to the new people who will come across this broadcast to just say, hey, we need to do better, we need to do more, or we just need to enhance and elevate. Because I would say this, think about the word that people say, they have for the year. My word is elevation, because everything we're doing and I plan on doing with my focusing and doing the best that I can is elevating. That means we're going up. And when we think about an elevator, we think about an elevator. If we're standing at the first floor or the basement and we want to get on it, we're not trying to go if we're at the base floor, we want to go up to get to where we need to be. So that's how I think we need to think about things that will elevate us and get us up to where we need to be. Hello to everybody who is listening. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you so much for joining in on Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. This is a new month. It is the 1st of February, 2024. Yes, we are excited and even more excited to be here, because it was just as if January just came in. I was thinking, wow, January just came in, and I had done some traveling during the like the Christmas season, and started a winter, and it was amazing. And just to see all types of cultures and people, and to make it back on the U.S. soil has been wonderful. This to kind of top off some things, further things. I was in the process of putting together an awesome book, and that book is Building Wealth. Building wealth. Let's see. So let's not sit idly by and do nothing. We have to shift that mindset. We're going to build wealth, It says building wealth, and here it is: building wealth, entrepreneurial, professional, and financial expertise unlocked. And here is the cover. I'm showing it to you from the social media device or from my mobile device, and you can purchase that book directly from me via PayPal, and I can send you the link or put the link in the comments so that you can make sure you get your copy. It is an anthology that has been released with me as the visionary author and four other powerful, dynamic authors, co-authors who shared their heart and gave a narrative on money and mindset, on the way they thought about numbers being just a practical thing, and doing money and mindset, and giving your story and sharing. And I will say, I talked about life insurance is not a curse word. Life insurance is not a curse word, or not curse words, because they aren't. They're just so, it's so impactful. Life insurance is so impactful. It is so pertinent to what we do. If we would shift our mindset about what we have been trained and thought about the life insurance, it would make a world of difference when it comes to not only passing away, but having things while we are alive. And you've heard me say so many times that having life insurance is just, I mean, just having that security, and knowing that, hey, I'm not only protecting my life when I pass away and leaving a legacy for others, I am also, sometimes I can even create a health legacy for myself, that if I get too sick, live too long, die too soon, what have you, I can have that long-term care of those living benefits. I get it early. I get it now while I'm healthy, so that I won't have to worry about, kind of fishtailing and running around and trying to figure out what's going on. And I do want to show you really quickly the back side of the book. The back side of the book has the dynamic authors, has all of our pictures and our photos, and it describes what building wealth is all about. So be staying focused, staying tuned, because we'll come to you to share more about this dynamic compilation. This is a must read. It is a must read, is a must read. And just to let you know, the ladies that are in the book, so if you want to get a book from them, reach out. Yalika Kimber, who's a dynamic CPA. We have Katrina Garrett, who is an awesome money coach. We have Samantha Bond, who helps with business credit, and Dr. Tashana Taylor, who helps us to multiply, subtract, divide by the numbers, and add by the numbers, giving a life's perspective on how you have to add, subtract, multiply, and divide using all the four functions, four operations to get through life sometimes. So that's that mindset piece. And then I shared a bit of narrative, a little bit about just when my grandparents, and seeing the importance of them having life insurance and how it worked out for our family, and how it just allowed us to grieve better, knowing that we didn't have to come out of pocket with so much money to bury them and to take care of those final expenses. So those are some things that are in that book, and I want you to make sure that you get your copy. And like I said, I will send you a personally signed copy of the book, okay? And you can get that without delay, all right? But for our broadcast, without further ado, I want to get into some of the great things that I want us to think about mindset wise, and what we can do to getting ourselves positioned or recalibrated when we're looking at bouncing out, popping out for February 2024. Yes. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So here we go. We're looking at this. So one of the things that I did see was thinking about, if you're thinking about purchasing a home, think about getting getting a 15-year mortgage if you can. And if not, get a 30-year with the intentions of doubling up and paying off. They're having the latitude to see, can the loan be paid, or the mortgage be paid off early without penalty, so that you can maximize on saving as much money as possible, but having the latitude to stretch out the loan if needed only. And if you can pay it off early, wonderful. Wonderful. And then if you even work later on and see that it's better to refinance or something of that nature, you can talk to your mortgage lender, your realtor that helped you to purchase the home, to see if this is a great time to refinance or jump in. I did here at this time. And of course, rates change, so it cannot guarantee anything. And don't sit here sitting in the mode of guaranteeing anything. But rates change and they are getting lower, just like they have gone up and down. And that's just the market, because we know the stock market, or whether we know it or not, goes up and down, just like the things we have. We have our money in our 401ks, TSPs, 457s. They are directly invested into the regular stock market, which goes up and down. That's why we see great growth or great loss, or just kind of in the middle, basically related to how aggressive we are in investing, or how safe we are in investing, and then having someone to monitor those accounts. If we are not avid monitor, people that monitor ourselves or don't know how to do that, we have to get someone to help us. So just thinking about that mortgage and an investing piece, those are some things that we need to recalibrate on and find out more about, and how to work that out for our good and for our benefit. So another thing, as we jump in, of course, we need to look at when you start your job. And I will know that I've done this for many years once I understood it. Oftentimes we don't understand what an HSA, a health savings account, is all about. But what it does, and the flexible spending FSA, flexible spending accounts, will allow, if you take out so much money, and then your HR people can help guide you a little bit, and look at your tax professional can give you some ins and outs. But I know that there is an allocated amount that you can take a max up to a certain amount per year that you get on a spending card. And I was going to show you, like, it comes on like a spending card, just like this, a little spending card and a debit card, and it has either a Visa or a MasterCard logo, whatever the company that your job uses, or however you can also set them up through your I know your credit unions. Some credit unions would do that, probably some banks. Just check into it. So that's another thing to check into. Check into your HSA, your FSA accounts. I do believe that as I was reading, it's a little bit better to get your FSA account, but you talk to your professional to make sure that you're setting up things at the right level for you. I know that basically, it just to give you long and short, just say if someone makes $40,000 a year, and they have a flexible spending account, and a flexible spending account will allow you to take care of co-pays, medications, some over-the-counter things, sometimes diabetic socks, uh, eye drops, contacts, glasses. All those things kind of fall under there, and you can look up to what the FSA guidelines are and what can be purchased. I think some feminine needs and things of that nature. So it's a lot of like canes and walkers and external toilets and things of that nature. Those types of things can qualify under that, and you can pay for them with using that money. And so that money that is put on the card, as I said, is taken out of your check pre-tax, or you allow or set it up where it's a pre-taxed situation, and that money goes in, and it basically, at your bottom line, if you make $40,000 a year, and you say, I want them to take out say $5,000, and put that on the card, then it will look like at the end of the year that you actually gross $35,000. So it does help tax wise. But here's the thing: if you don't use it all up, so you have to be mindful of making sure that you spend it all the way down to your zero balance by the end of it said time. And then you check with the company that you're working with, and look at through your job as well. Then you will lose that money, because that money was taken out as a tax break to you. So there are just some things that you do need to look into, but also look at getting that. And if you didn't understand it, just contact me, and I can explain it to you again in just simple terms, and then you will know how to proceed when you are getting benefits and things of that nature taken care of, and working and going that route. Okay. Also, another thing that we want to recalibrate and think about, sometimes it's not advised to buy a new car. You can buy a newer used car, I would say, and then get a warranty, because oftentimes it's like the depreciation is so grand, it's so great, that getting the highest amount, the newest car and the highest amount, then you look 3 4 years later, it's depreciated by 75% in some instances, depending on the car, of course. And so that is something that you have to look at and watch. And you still maybe have a lot of, if you don't pay for it cash or put a healthy down payment on it, then you're still paying a big payment, and the car is becoming less and less in value. So that's something to think about too. So we're going to recap a little bit. We want to make sure that if we have a mortgage or we're looking to get one, get a 15-year if we can work that in our budget, or have that 30 that we know we can find out if we can pay it off early and knock it out in 15 to get, a lower payment. Then let's do that, and then with the hopes of, and then the strategy and mindset of, to pay it off early, that there are no penalties on that mortgage. And then the second thing, we're looking at making sure that you get that FSA account, so it can lower your tax bracket. And at the end, and at the end, you can earn, you can basically earn money back almost, because you put that money in pre-tax. And then three, never buy a brand new car. Get the used car, get the warranty. And if you're going to drive it, drive it anyway, do that. If you have a business and you get in cars in the business name, then that's another thing, because oftentimes people will lease them, but you have to make sure that your situation is catered and specific to you, and not just jump on every bandwagon that you hear people talk about. So all these things that I am referring to, these are things that people have done. I have read up on it, and I know people have done it, but you want to still make sure that it is the best thing for you and your family and you and your business. Okay. All right. And then another fourth thing, get an LLC, incorporate your name. That is something to do. AM Smith and Company, LLC, get that, because that does help to, and it says run it as an S corp. You can talk to your tax professional about that, on how that will look for you, and make sure that you are maximizing all deductions and everything. And you can add yourself as an employee as time goes on. You build up, have enough money to pay yourself. You can add your children as employees, get tax breaks there. But like I said, trust and talk with a trusted, let me say this, a trusted tax professional, accountant, CPA, so that they can guide you on how to proceed and make money for who? You. And then, as we kind of coming into our descent, because this is going to be like a shot in the arm type rapid fire, get a business bank account. Make sure that, I would say, go in when you get your business bank account, to start with as much money as you can. Most banks, or if a credit union does it, they can start you off with $100. But hey, if you can do 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, start off that, so you will have a working budget when you are working with your business expenses. Then you don't have to worry about crossing up and co-mingling, and then have to unmingle or untangle or detangle your home account from your business account, your business expenses and your home expenses. So that's something to think about, and something most definitely as a necessity to do and take care of. Okay. And then we look at this, our next thing. We're probably on six. If you can think about this is mindset. Go to a community college first. If you are sending off children to community colleges, I've seen where students now are able to take advanced courses, come out of high school with their associate's degree before they even finish high school. I would say, what a blessing in savings in money, because they go in as juniors, and that means they only have 2 years to spend at the 4-year university, and half the cost, because they already have an associate's that carried over, rolled over, transferred credits. It's amazing. It's a wonderful thing. I wish they had something like that back in the day when we were being told make something out of yourself, and we were like, what does that look like? And some of us it looks like a bunch of debt, but nevertheless, we got the degrees and we were trying to do what our ancestors and honored them and our families wanted to push us to move forward, to elevate. And we did that. But some of it to the point where we put a great, noose around our necks to do it. When you agree? And then some, had grants and things of that nature, but everybody didn't. But people just wanted to still have the opportunity for education. And that was so important and such a great banner to wear. It was a badge of honor. And yeah, but in the badge of honor, we still have to look at that mindset and how we can maximize the best way to handle yeah, spending the money that we have or don't have or didn't have. And then we now have to find it to pay it back and all of that. So let's see, what is another thing? We're about on number 7, so we can get to the end here and get you on your way. Please make sure that you're liking, commenting, sharing, asking questions. Thank you so much, first of all, for tuning in because, again, my name is, for those who don't know me, Ayanna M. Smith. I am the founder, CEO, AM Smith and Company, LLC, and I'm a life insurance broker, a financial consultant. I like to say, a speaker, an author, and some people even know me in the space of being a professional singer, but an educator. But one thing I do know that I am a teacher to my soul. And I will say this, and I say this often. I said, I believe I could teach a dog to bark because what I'm passionate about, I am passionate about. So back to the countdown here. Make sure, of course, as we are wrapping up our descent, get your immediate family. This is a big savings plan. If you get your immediate family to save up collectively, just save 10 people, save $500 a month. You put it all together. You could buy starter homes because I've seen people starting to buy starter homes and they build, they have compounds where all the families live in the same block, same area, same, acres of land nearby. And then they're able to have buying power and controlling their assets. So that's a powerful thing. And then our final thing, which we are probably about on number 9, make sure that we get life insurance as early as 10 days old, 2 weeks old. We can get life insurance on children and grandchildren to start building a legacy and changing that mindset. Because I hear people say sometimes, so sadly, I hear them say, if we talk about dying, that means we're going to die. If we don't talk about it, we still are going to pass away. But it's much better to pass away with us. We leaving something or along our way. If we get sick, we don't have to worry about the care that we will receive because we've had good insurances in place that will help to take us on through until we go to the other side. And I want to really say, if you are looking for, needing, and hear anybody that wants to talk about any of the things that we discussed, from the mortgages to the starting the businesses and getting the LLCs and all that, make sure that you reach out. You can reach out to me and I will, if you don't already know someone, and help you to get directed into the right place. And most of all, too, with the life insurance, we need to tap into being better planners with our estate and our final expense plans, and let's say the estates and the wills and trusts. That planning, that is really serious. That is something that we all need to tap into to make sure we know how things are going to be carried out, even while we're alive, with advanced medical directives, so people will know if we want to be resuscitated, if we want blood transfusions. All those things are so important and so needed and necessary, because as long as we are in our right mind, we can speak for ourselves and get documents notarized and signed. But once we hit a point where we're not as clear, things are a little more foggy, People have to help us a little bit more. We're going on the decline. It's a little less, it makes it harder. It's a little less easy to get those things in place when we are kind of fuzzy about what we really want and in our cognition and our cognitive thinking. So let's make sure that we get those things in place. If you have questions, as I said, please make sure that you connect with me. Connect with me. At www.askayanna.com, where you can connect with me with all social media outlets. Connect by making a complimentary appointment, and then we can go from there to see what type of services and strategies you may need, your family may need, or your friends may need. And I am so excited that you took the time to tune in to the broadcast. You took the time to stick and stay and listen to what this girl had to say, what I had to say about making sure we have recalibrated our February with our money and our mindset. And please make sure that you reach out to me, because it is it is something that I am passionate about, helping you to get things in order and getting your life insurances in order, and to just even talk about, even if you need me to do a free look, you already have insurance, but you want to know or understand a little better. I don't mind looking over your life insurance. And if you're good, you stay put. And if we want to add on something, or if it's something that I can help you with that will help enhance your portfolio, we can do that. If not, you stay right there where you are, and we will be happy and glad that you have coverages. Well, this is Ayanna Smith with Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. I am a life insurance broker, financial consultant, specialist, and I help people make and save money, help you get to where you need to be with your finances. And remember, on our show, we always say money is always talking, even if we aren't talking about it. So have a great evening, and make sure to connect with me on askayanna.com. Have a great one.